Hey friends, Jack here. I'm glad you're here today because I have a special treat for you. I'm in Lucas County visiting what I call the Polleck nest. As I pulled off to the side of the road, I noticed a lot of activity from both of the adults. With so much activity, I could only presume that the chicks themselves was beginning to move around in the nest. As it turned out, my assumption was correct. If you look closely, you will see a chick peering over the edge of the nest while the parent calls for its mate. It's only been a few weeks since they've hatched, but already the chicks are about 1/3 the size of their parents. With such a rapid growth rate, what this adult brought back from a hunt just 10 minutes ago wasn't nearly enough, especially if there is more than one eaglet. Even at a distance of about 400 yards, I can tell by the size of this adult that it must be the female. As she sits waiting on the nest, she calls out to the male because she knows her babies are hungry. With so many open fields and waterways in this county, the eagles have an abundant food source, so it is not likely the male would be very far away. But it would not be unusual to find them doing their hunting 10 or more miles from the nest. The female's patience and persistent calling has finally paid off, and the male has returned to the nest with enough to feed the chicks that seems to satisfy them at least for a little while. Taking advantage of the break in the feeding routine, both adults relax by taking in the sunshine and looking over the countryside. This particular pair of eagles and their nest has been established for several years. You can tell by the size of the nest. The nest is constructed in a large tree in a strong bough in the upper levels by weaving different sized sticks and branches together, creating what could be called a fortress. In fact, the nest is also called an areieri, which is a form of Latin meaning a stronghold built on a height. Well, I hope you enjoyed our little visit today. I sure did. I thank you. My name is Jack. I scout the outdoors, and I hope to cross paths with you sometime.